Dr. Mark Rosenberg of HowToStretch.com, and today we're going to work on squats. Squats are good exercises because not only does it stretch your quad, it stretches your ankles, it stretches your calves, and it stretches your Achilles tendon behind your leg. It can prevent a lot of injuries. If you're out in the woods and it's muddy and you want to stretch your legs, this is a good way to stretch without having to lay down on the floor. A lot of other cultures, particularly in Asia, still do a lot of squatting. A lot of people from Caucasian cultures stopped squatting a few thousand years ago with the invention of the chair. Okay, people stopped squatting all the time. They stopped sitting like this. Okay, so it became less comfortable for them. So depending upon your cultural background, it may be less easy for you to stretch than somebody else. Okay, that being said, there are a couple of ways to do the squat. One way is with your feet turned out 45 degrees. This is easiest on the knees. How you will get into this is from whatever position you are in, if you're standing, if you're sitting, is to bring your feet roughly so that the heels are right underneath your armpits and to squat. You could hold it there. When you squat, your back should be as straight as possible. Now you may find your back really curving over a lot, and this may be difficult. So in the beginning, it might be best if you put your hands on the floor and come up on the balls of your feet, like this. And try that. And sometimes if this is the case, that this is comfortable for you, then what might be tightest are the Achilles tendon. So what you would do is to work one down at a time, and then the other down, and then work on both. Okay, that's a good way to stretch into this. A more advanced stretch is to squat with your feet straight. Again, your back straight, your legs are straight. This has a little bit more of a stretch on the outside of the legs. And for a lot of martial arts classes, this is what I would recommend for building up a little bit of flexibility in the knees, to use them in directions that may be out of the norm for daily activities. Most daily activities, we walk, we move around a bit. You know, in karate and kung fu, you might throw your legs in kicks that are a strange direction. So this can prepare the legs for those type of stretches. So for squats, you have two options. One is with the feet parallel with each other. The other one is with the feet turned out. Okay, the interim easy way is to get the heels down, starting from up one at a time. Or you can go two at a time. Also, if you find your balance is bad in this position, depending on your age or maybe an old injury you may have, find a pole or a chair that's sturdy and hold onto it to lower yourself down. Okay, this way you take out the balance component. If you're up and your Achilles tendons are tight, and you're like this and you're struggling with your balance, your muscles can't let go because the innate intelligence of the body is going to hold a little bit of tension in those muscles to keep you from falling on your face. So let's take out the balance component altogether. And if you have trouble, okay, getting these down and you have a little trouble with your balance, hold on to something. Legs of a chair, the corner of a table, and lower yourself down, holding on to that. This way you can keep your back relaxed and you can ease into the position. The longer you hold on to that, when you first get into this stretch, your knees will feel like the blood's being shut off to them. It's because the blood vessels that flow around in the legs are being folded in half. And it's a little harder for the blood to get to your feet. But what happens is the longer you hold it, the muscles relax, those blood vessels can open, and this becomes very natural feeling for you. So at first, when you hold this for more than a couple of minutes or a minute or two, when you get out of this position, it may hurt to get out of the position. But what will happen is once your body's used to that position, you'll be able to get up and down very easily. Okay, that's today's stretch for HowToStretch.com.